to the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the Gulf Coast.
Welcome, guys, to the Gulf Coast Music Podcast. My name is Q Steezy, and today's new wave is BB Palmer.
What's up?
Yeah, man, it's terrific to have you on the podcast. We're going to have a lightning round today because I've got some things to get to, but let's just kick it off. So, shout out to Grandma for selling the standard deluxe tickets.
Hey, Nana, thank you, Nana. She's always selling my tickets for me. Let me tell you.
Yeah, that was awesome. She was kind of squinted to the side.
I had a little, a little script for her.
Couldn't even tell.
You couldn't even tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nana.
Yeah. And then, so that was with the Electric Blue Yonder band.
That's right.
And we had them on recently. And
yeah, that's Johnny and Beth. Those are my people.
When did you first come into contact with them?
We've kind of knew each other from playing around the same scene for, probably 5-6 years ago, I would think.
Gotcha.
Johnny reached out to me and let me know if I needed any help with anything. And I was like, actually, yeah. I was like, can I get your help to come arrange some parts for me and play some parts on my Christian Country Gold record, which came out in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of the first time I worked with him, and he brought in his people like Kimmy Sampson, who plays fiddle for them. She came in, and so that was a great experience. So we've kind of known each other for 5 years.
Terrific, man. Yeah, it's how long have you been doing music for?
Man, I've been playing since I was in bars and all that since I was like 14 or 15. Yeah, but I have been doing it professionally under BB Palmer, under original music for like 7-8 years.
Right. So, and then you had a old school band at one point, or not an old school, just a band back in the day.
I did. I had a band. I've had many bands, but I've had BB Palmer we toured with like a 4-piece band for probably 5-6 probably 5 years or so. Then I went solo. Bands come and go, and then I reunited with having another band with Johnny and them and Electric Blue Yonder on this past tour, so it's been pretty great.
Was it weird at first being in a bar at 14 or 15 playing music for some...
It was strange, man. It was strange. It was, at the time, it was on the west side of Mobile Bay. West side on Mobile Bay, and it was called Julie's Mardi Gras Bar, and it was a hole in the wall on the way to Dolphin Island, and yeah, it was strange, man. It was fun, but it was strange.
Yeah, I'm sure you got some memories from that.
Yeah, absolutely. Never forget those memories.
Right. So then, when you first start releasing your original music, when did you start to write your own songs?
I probably started writing my own songs, not long after I played those. When I was probably 16 or 17, and I was really, really terrible at it.
Yeah.
And so the first songs that I released were 2016, like my own songs, like released out on into the world was 2016.
Right. And then, but when it came to like writing songs, when you were like, man, I want to start making my own, were you always a writer?
I always kind of been a writer. Yeah. Like I always tinkered with that. First time I learned guitar when I was 13 or 14, I was probably trying to start writing songs like 6-7 months after that. So like,
gotcha.
Yeah, but yeah. So for a while.
Yeah. Now to return to Electric Blue Yonder, they had one question, and that was, what's it like touring with Clammy?
Oh, with Clammy? Oh, man. Clammy, let me tell you, man. Clammy is the best, man. He kind of serves as our TM, too, our tour manager, and he'll get on your ass about stuff now if you're late.
He's doing a good job.
He's doing a great job, though. I like old Clammy. Yeah, it was good. He did good out in the road. I was proud of him.
Looking to transform your property into something remarkable? Land Refiners is your trusted, locally owned land services company based right here in Baldwin County, Alabama. Whether it's forestry, mulching, land clearing, tree and debris removal, demolition, grading, or even emergency services, Land Refiners has you covered. They work on both residential and commercial properties, bringing efficiency, professionalism, and results that last. Their team is licensed, insured, and proudly serves Baldwin County, Mobile County, and surrounding areas. At Land Refiners, they don't just move dirt, they build lasting relationships by exceeding expectations every time. Call today or visit landrefiners.com to schedule your free consultation. Land Refiners, local, reliable, refined.
So when you're performing at the Standard Deluxe, it seemed to be kind of a listening room setting.
It is.
And how do you compare, or which one do you prefer between a listening room versus a rowdy concert environment?
I like them both. It just depends, the place. But I like them both because the listening room is nice because, everybody's got their full attention and all that. But your boy loves a good old party and a throwdown, so I don't mind doing that, as well. They're both great in their own way.
Great answer. Yeah. No, I really enjoy listening room as well.
For sure.
But it's fun as well to get the audience to be singing along.
There you go.
Get that adrenaline rush.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe dodge some beer bottles, and got the chicken wire up on the stage, you were probably, like Roadhouse.
Yeah, you were probably more swift at beer dodgeball back in the day.
There you go, my man. Exactly.
Are you from Opelika?
No, I'm not from Opelika. I'm actually from Mobile.
Right.
Yeah, believe it or not. I lived in Opelika for 10, 15 years, and that's where I started BB Palmer. So BB Palmer is from Opelika, but I grew up, not far from here.
And what inspired the name BB Palmer?
That is my government name rearranged. So my full name's Bernard Palmer Brighton.
Okay, gotcha.
And so they used to call me BB. So I was just like, when I was doing my stage name, I was like, ain't nobody gonna be able to pronounce this. I was like, let me just move the B's around and put the Palmer at the end.
It's a great name.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, no, I've got some friends from Opelika, and I'll show them that song. It's a pretty song.
Appreciate it, brother. Thank you, my man.
And then we were kind of talking about this before the podcast. All the Instagram sounds on your post are rap songs.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but for the most part.
Most of them are.
Yeah. I'd love for us to dive into the...
Let's do it, man. I've been waiting on this.
Yeah. So let's speak on the rap culture when we have BB Palmer in the podcast.
For sure, man. For sure. Yeah, what do you want to
know? Just give me your take of, old scene versus new scene. What kind of makes you like the genre?
So I kind of grew up with the genre in the 90s, listening to it and listening to hip hop in the 90s. But then, I went away from it for a little bit. And then the reason why I came back to it is because I'm working on a record in Atlanta right now.
Oof, yeah.
Yeah. And it's a concept record, and it's going to be Wu-Tang meets Waylon. So it's like Wu-Tang influence. It's like kung fu country music.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of like how you combined the trumpet and guitar in many worlds.
Yes, it's like the sitar and the trumpets, all that combined with Western country music. It's an expansion of that, exactly. And so it's like, awesome. It's gonna be pretty dope, I think. And I was nervous because I was like, I don't know if it's gonna work or not, But then when we were in the studio and we dropped the samples in, we were like, okay,
the samples,
it's popping now.
Yeah, once you drop the samples in, it's like
it's like a little bit of that. It's like Emerald, bam, it's like put some spice on it,
put some flavor to it.
Put some flavor on it, my man. So I love hip hop because I think it is an extension of the blues, basically.
Okay.
All American music form is rooted in the blues.
Sure.
And beyond that, to spirituals and hymns. And so, hip hop to me is like an updated version of that. And I love the lyricism in hip hop. And so I wanted to bring that ferocious lyricism and that Wu-Tang mindset into country music. So,
wow. Well, I'm really excited to see what comes out of that.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man. It seems like we're in the melting pot age of music genres with how
we are, man.
Everything's kind of, people are tired of, not tired of, because you still get some great art, but
for sure, no doubt. But there's the standard. There's country, blues, R&B,
right.
Hip hop. But we've come to a point in time where that's been done, and
right.
so it's like, let's start mixing some.
Let's start mixing
shit together. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah, exactly. Let's start crossbreeding the genres.
There you go.
Partnering with, because you mentioned that you need a partnership with Dunkin' Donuts at this point.
Yes, Duncan, if you're listening, I always enjoy your Dunkin' lattes. BB Palmer is sponsoring this. Send me a check in the mail to Demopolis, Alabama. Thank you. There we go.
Yeah, man.
We'll see if that works.
Yeah, it definitely should. And also sponsor this podcast. Yeah.
There you go, and do the podcast. Yeah, send us a lot of money. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Duncan.
Yeah, thank you.
But additionally, you have the partnership with Strut Whiskey. How'd you get that?
Oh yeah, man. You did your research.
A little bit.
Yeah. Well, they reached out to me. Yeah. Shout out to Strut Whiskey. They'll love this. They reached out to me and asked if I wanted to be a brand partner with them because they were doing a new whiskey brand meets outlaw country music, and so basically they sent me, like a little package of stuff, and they're, I made a post for them, and then I go out to these clubs and these venues, and I say, hey, if you guys need, to restock your whiskey, check out Strut Whiskey, and then they'll give me a little piece of that.
Nice.
So, thank you, Strut. I appreciate that.
That's really smart.
Yeah,
that's really smart.
for sure. Good marketing. Good. They're smart on that end.
And sorry if I missed it. Did they reach out to you first, or you reached out to them?
They reached out to me. They sent me a message and
Okay, cool.
was like, "Hey, we like your music. We like what you're doing. We're starting this new outlaw whiskey brand,
Gotcha.
and love for you to be like a brand partner or whatever."
That's great stuff.
Yeah, it was nice.
I've got a couple more questions.
Sure.
All my friends love your graphic that you use for the March tours.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, you talking about the Spaceman? Which what graphic?
The Space Woman, maybe.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know if you saw that or not. I had to kind of, use that as a backup because, I was touring with Electric Blue Yonder. They got the kids, thing going on. So we had to put the Spaceman up. But I did. You saw that briefly?
Oh, yeah. Of
Okay.
course. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
briefly.
Yeah, briefly. Right. I couldn't put it up too long. But yeah, you like that? She's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll get people to show out, I think.
Yeah, for sure, man.
And lastly, I've never really done research into the process of cutting music to a CD, and you mentioned in that in the nostalgic of your old band that you had that you used to cut it to a CD. What process is that?
Do you mean to tape?
Yeah, maybe to tape, right?
Yeah, okay. So that process is like the first record I did, the BB Palmer EP, we did in Nashville.
Right.
And at a place called the Bomb Shelter, and it's all analog. So tape means that you hit record, and that tape's running, and you're tracking straight to tape instead of like through Pro Tools or that. So basically, it's like you have to hit it in all one take.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's beautiful because it captures the live element, but you have to have your shit together before you go in the studio because
There's
it's
no
like
punching in.
there's no punching in, right? You can punch in, but then it eats up more tape, and it doesn't make it. So you have to hit it all in one take, and that's the beautiful thing about tape, and it sounds warm and nice. So.
Awesome, man. Well, it was great to have you, BB.
Thank you, brother. Thanks for having me.
For sure, man. Safe travels. What's next in the tours? I saw you have some stuff in September.
Yeah, well, I haven't. I have some stuff actually all through the summer. I'm about to
cool.
release some
I figured.
dates, so
Yeah.
just be on the lookout for that.
For sure.
I think I got about a week or so off, and then I'll be back at it. So catch me out there.
For sure, man. Y'all
Yes,
catch BB Palmer on Instagram at BB Palmer and drink some Strut whiskey with him at some point.
Yeah, come on, Strut. Yeah, pay your boy more too. Thank you, appreciate it.
Welcome to the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the Gulf Coast. Welcome to the Gulf Coast.